This is George Dionne from Metal Express Radio. I'm here with the Black Hounds, specifically Ant and Joe. How you guys doing today?
Hey, all good. All good.
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Good. If I knew absolutely nothing about the Black Hounds, how would you describe the band's music to me?
Heavy, groove-laden, intricate, interesting. Yeah, it's there's a lot of obvious.
It's difficult to put a label on it. I understand, because I listened to it and I'm like, well, I hear a little bit of this, I hear a little bit of that, but when you put it together, it's not really that.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've. I wouldn't say what we've tried to do, but I think that's what we've ended up with. There's a lot of obvious influences there, like you said. You can hear a bit of certain bands in there, but I think although those influences are there, they don't shape the way the music has gone, which I think a lot of bands they do fall foul of saying, oh yeah, we love that band, so we want to sound exactly like that, whereas we've got a lot of different influences and we just kind of just went with it and tried to come up as best we could as something as unique as possible, which I think is, can be difficult.
Do you guys have two singers? Am I reading that correctly? You have two vocalists?
That's right, yeah. Yeah, we started off with just me. And then Connor joined us a couple of years ago and suggested just a few tweaks to the vocals and trying out some new stuff. So yeah, we've got I do the clean bits and he does all the growly bits.
That's what I figured it was split.
Yeah, I haven't got the throat for it, so.
Now, do you sing, Joe, over there in the kit? Do you do backup vocals or not?
No, I'm not a singing drummer. No, there's no mincing around with that one. I'm not one of those.
there's no excuse for playing that, is there? It's not Don Henley.
Okay, we'll roll with that. Your first full-length album, Colossus, is set to be released August 14th. Let's talk a little bit about the songs, kind of what they're about, where you were at when you wrote them. Let's talk about Colossus first.
I mean, I think the album as a whole, I wouldn't say it's a concept album, but I think with everything that was going on in the world, kind of politically at the time, and obviously now with the situation the whole world is in, there's been a kind of ongoing theme of rebellion with all the songs, but not rebellion for the sake of it, rebellion for good cause. And Colossus, I mean, Connor did the majority of the lyrics for Colossus itself, and he described it as everyone rising up to be one kind of united force in the form of a giant beast or Colossus. So we thought Colossus sounded cooler than Giant Beast. So when we're
all right, let's talk about Ruthless.
It's about a girl called Ruth.
Yeah,
it really is. It's about a girl called Ruth. Again, that was, I think, the lyrics for that kind of, because we rewrote that one quite quickly. The original lyrics were really good, didn't fit the song, so instead of keeping parts, we took those lyrics away and wrote something completely new.
You're only saying that because I'm there. You haven't got to speak to me because I'm sitting here. And
I've still got those lyrics, dude. We are going to use those lyrics, but I just couldn't make it fit. But no, I think with Ruthless, again, it was about not so much vengeance, but I think it's got that theme of bullying in one respect. Someone saying, yeah, I can be horrible to you, I can make your life miserable, and it's about us as individuals turning around and said, yeah, but so can I. So what's the point?
Right.
So the line at the end of a couple of the verses that says, "You are ruthless, but so am I." So it's like, yeah, okay, you're big, you're tough, you can pick on me, but I can give just as good as I can get.
All right. How about the song "Crown of Bones"?
That, I think, falls in line with a lot of the political stuff going on at the moment. I know a lot of people in this country are unhappy with their chosen leader, so to speak. And I know
maybe
over in the US, there's a kind of similar vibe from some of the people that I talk to over there. And it's about, sitting on your throne on a crown of bones. Just basically saying, yeah, you're really proud of what you've achieved, but what have you actually done? What have you done for me? What have you done for everybody else? You're really proud of it, but you've done nothing. So
okay. So before we get on to the rest of the songs, do you guys write as a group, or is there primary songwriters?
Joe?
Yeah, everyone has a large contribution by the time the song is finished. But our process, because there's quite a bit of distance between individual members now, mainly due to me moving significant distance away, we had to alter how we did things slightly. So Connor will produce the riffs or the bone of the song, if you like, and send it electronically to everyone else to work on it and do their bits. And then we kind of come together in the studio with the backbone of a song already in place. So the fine tuning, the tweaks and, alterations get made by each of us there. And lyric wise, everyone's contributed to all lyrics throughout the album, to be fair. There's a couple of songs that I've written that we've rewritten. We've sat down and got our heads together. And so overall, it's a pretty even split throughout who contributes to what.
Yeah, I mean, I think as well as Joe was saying, once we got those kind of bare bones through from Connor, we knew kind of where we were at and where we were going with the songs, and then it was just a case of what do we want this song to sound like? Do we want growly vocals here? Do we want clean vocals? What's the kind of feel? What's the vibe? And then we all kind of get together and laid it up and built it up. So yeah, it's been a nice process to have everybody involved in every element. We've suggested things to Joe about drums. He suggested things about guitars to us. We've all worked on lyrics. We've all worked. So it's been a really, really good process, really fun process.
Awesome. Defy Messiah, it's your first single. Is it sort of related to Crown of Bones and kind of that same aspect, or does it have a different meaning?
No, I think with Defy Messiah, we just wanted to write a song that would get us some protesters outside a gig to make us look cool. Again, me and Connor sat down with that one, and it had that kind of vibe as to, again, a leader being forced upon you, whether it be from a political standpoint or someone trying to force their views of religion on you, or their view, any views of life that someone has trying to force it on you and saying this is the way you should be, and that's just saying, why? What's wrong with the way I am? Why can't I do things my way? Again, it had a kind of like anti-oppression kind of theme to it. It's not specifically turning around and saying we defy the Messiah, but it's, for someone who is, forcing something down your throat and saying you have to be this way, you have to worship this person, or you have to vote for this party, or you have to do, those kind of things that get put on us on a daily basis, just saying, well, I'm okay, I'm cool, I can make my own mind up, thanks.
Right.
So, and thought it sounded cool as well. So,
so is there a theme to this album? Because the more you're describing what the things are about, it seems it's more, you say that Colossus is rising up, for a good cause, and Ruthless is you can be just as bad as, someone else. Crown of Bones being a leader that hasn't really done anything. Defy Messiah. the next song's Numbered Days, it sounds like we're watching like a rise of someone, and then we're watching their fall.
Yeah, it's strange how it worked out, because we wrote all the songs individually without thinking of, a conscious theme. We didn't want it to be a concept album of any sort, but I think everyone's mindset was the same when we were writing it, that the songs have taken on that kind of form. Mm-hmm. And again, Numbered Days, that song was written with a kind of a battle in mind. There's certain lyrics about being called home from a battle. So again, I think that kind of gives you the impression of, yeah, okay, if we've won the battle, great, let's go home and not cause any more problems. If we've lost the battle, let's go home, enough is enough. I think we always write lyrics to be open to interpretation, so so people can take what they want from the songs. I prefer it that way, and then we hear people say, "Oh, I love this song because it makes me think of this, or it inspires me to do this," or so we always try and write it so we're not trying to be the person ramming something down someone's throat saying you got to be this way. We want it to be open. We want it to people say, yeah, don't be afraid to rise up for yourself, but also, as Bill and Ted would say, be cool. Oh no, be excellent to one another.
Be excellent to one another.
Yeah.
On Part of the Machine, you actually had a fan contest to name the song. So the first thing I wanted to know was, what was some of the more ridiculous suggestions you've had in that contest?
I'll let you try that one on, Ant.
Right, well, one was what was the working title, Joe? Was it Enter Ball Bag?
Enter Ball Bag.
That's a good one.
That was it. There is a reason behind it, but that will never leave the four members of the band.
Oh, okay.
It was a long story about a holiday a long time ago. But what was the other one? I think we kept the competition suggestions quite reasonably sensible. We put how many did we put out, Joe? Was it 8, 10 suggestions?
8, like yeah, 8.
Yeah. And just said, right, okay, which one do you think the best was? And everyone voted for it. But it was all kind of revolving around, being part of a machine, being a cog in the machine, a spoke on the wheel, whatever. Going through the motions to help everyone out, and just saying, sometimes you've got to accept you're part of a bigger picture. I think that was the kind of general thing.
All right, the final song on the album is Judgment.
That one speaks for itself. That's the final score. That's the end of days. That's the judgment. Who's listened? Who hasn't?
Right.
So, Connor wrote that one. It's a shame he's not here, because he's got a much better explanation than I have for that one. But
that one's probably the most intricate song of the album, isn't it? To be fair, there's a lot of field changes, signature changes, little bits that took a while to get our heads around. If it's not in 4s, it don't go in very well. So,
yeah, he's like an old school drummer, aren't you, Joe? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. I would say very AC/DC, but he hates them. So
so we could say Rolling Stones. That's another 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, Watts. How about that?
Colossus is being released through Unearthed Music. Did they discover you? Did you go to them?
It was, a guy who used to manage us, Matt Edwards. He eventually kind of came out of, I wouldn't say retirement, but out of hiatus to work with Unearthed, and he just kind of took us with him and said, right, I will join. This is my this is my band who's coming with us, along with some friends of ours as well. So far, I mean, we've been working with Unearthed for just under 2 months now, and yeah, it's been great. It's been really good. I was just saying it's been really good. Unearthed, they're going to be doing a lot of stuff like with live booking and radio promo, that kind of thing. But obviously with the live thing at the moment, they can't really do much for us. I mean, we've got a couple of things that we'll be announcing soon. Falling in line with the whole social distancing thing. But that's a couple of things we're working on. But hopefully we're going to be working quite closely with Unearthed at the start of next year to get out and play some live dates. I think we'd love to come over to the States at some point as well. What do you reckon, Joe? Weekend in Vegas?
Have you guys ever been out to the States, just personally? Maybe not as a band so much.
I've been out. Yeah, I've been out and done a West Coast tour before, and absolutely loved it. Absolutely. Went to one of the last ones I went to was Phoenix, one of the hottest places I've ever been. Phoenix in midsummer.
Yeah,
that was seriously hot.
They tell you it's a dry heat and it's not humid, but it feels like you're in an oven.
Oh yeah, it really does. It really does. And I've been to Vegas as well. I think I love that, but as most people who only visit Vegas for a weekend, I can't remember much.
Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about that I didn't touch upon today?
I don't know, Joe.
No, nothing from me.
No.
Excellent. Well, thanks for talking with Metal Express Radio today, guys. I wish you the best of luck. The album's great. I love it. That's why I wanted to take the chance to talk to you and let more people know about it.
No, it's great.
Awesome.
No, George, thank you very much. We're really proud of it, and we want as many people to hear it as possible.